May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please?
The year 2000 was certainly an eventful one. After the turn of the century, fashion and media trends were on a new high, and the US was greatly involved in the world. With songs like Who Let the Dogs Out, All the Small Things, and Oprah Winfrey and Bill Gates at their prime, 2000 was the year no one wanted to miss. In sports, the Los Angeles Rams came out on top and won the Super Bowl, and the Yankees added another win to the board, winning the World Series that year. Survivor, CSI, and Gilmore Girls all premiered their first episodes in the year 2000 and are still played today. Popular movies such as Remember the Titans and How the Grinch Stole Christmas were loved throughout the country. Within politics, George W. Bush was elected president and Vladimir Putin was inaugurated. The unfortunate bombing of the USS Cole occurred, killing 17 Navy sailors. With fashion trends like pop collars and sweatbands, people were living in the moment.
"2001 was the start of the decade, with memorable fashion trends like crop tops, low-rise jeans, and flared jeans with heels. It was a big year for movies, with the first Harry Potter movie and The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Rings. That year, Tiger Woods won his second Masters, and Lance Armstrong won the Tour de France, but was later stripped of this win. It was a big year for music as well. Pink released a huge hit, Get the Party Started, and pop-punk band Wheatus released Teenage Dirtbag. The iconic TV show Friends also aired that year. Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman were hot topics of discussion in the media. The unfortunate event of September 11th took place in 2001. 19 terrorists hijacked 4 planes and crashed them in the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and a field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, killing nearly 3,000 people and injuring over 6,000. All civilian air traffic is suspended for 3 days, the first time an unplanned suspension had occurred in U.S. history. Because of the attack, the government established the Patriot Act, which increased law enforcement agencies' ability to conduct searches in cases of suspected terrorism.
"2002 was a big year for denim and cargo trousers, but also one of the biggest years for box office hits like Star Wars Episode 2, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, and My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Television wasn't far behind. Famous shows like American Idol and The Bachelor all started in 2002. Topping the Billboard charts were songs like Lose Yourself by Eminem and 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton, changing music history forever. The New England Patriots came out on top with winning the Super Bowl that year, and Jay-Z and Elon Musk were hot topics of conversation. Because 9/11 occurred in the previous year, security was at an all-time high. The Department of Homeland Security was created, and the U.S. withdrew from the Anti-Ballistic Missile Treaty, a treaty created between the U.S. and Soviet Union to limit the amount of missiles.
Fedoras and cargo pants weren't the only popular aspect of 2003. Crazy in Love by Beyoncé and Where is the Love by the Black Eyed Peas topped the Billboard charts, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Dawson's Creek were popular that year. The romantic comedy Love Actually and action movie Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, all were big box office hits. Media figures such as Jennifer Aniston and Uma Thurman gained a popular following, and in the world of sports, the Women's World Cup was won by Germany, and the Rugby World Cup was won by England. Space Shuttle Columbia disintegrated upon re-entry to the Earth's atmosphere, killing all 7 astronauts and resulting in a 29-month suspension of the Space Shuttle program. The United States, United Kingdom, Australia, and Poland invaded Iraq, marking the start of Operation Iraqi Freedom. In Iraq, Iraqi President Saddam Hussein is captured by U.S. Special Forces.
2004 was a big year for the New England Patriots after winning their second Super Bowl within 3 years, but it was also a monumental year for the Boston Red Sox, who won the World Series after not winning one since 1918. The box office and TV hits weren't disappointing either. Movies like Shrek 2 and The Incredibles brought in many viewers, and famous TV shows like Desperate Housewives and House were first aired. Seeing people at a party wearing tracksuits, ruffled skirts, and polo shirts were the norm, and popular songs like Drop It Like It's Hot by Snoop Dogg and American Idiot by Green Day were sure to be playing in the background. Unforgettable events like Facebook being launched and Massachusetts being the first state to legalize same-sex marriage all happened in 2002.
2005 was a big year for Tiger Woods after winning his 4th Master, but it's safe to say Gwen Stefani, Kelly Clarkson, and Mariah Carey's careers peaked that year as well. Gwen's and Kelly's and Mariah's song Holla Back Girl, Since You've Been Gone, and We Belong Together all topped the charts. Arrested Development, Lost, and House gained a popular following, and movies like Sin City and Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire gained many fans. Seeing people in trucker hats, cargo pants, and maxi dresses were common, and in 2005, George Bush was inaugurated for his second term. It was also the year one of the most well-known natural disasters occurred, Hurricane Katrina. The hurricane ripped through the Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama coastline, killing at least 1,836 people and causing $81 billion in damage, making it the costliest natural disaster in U.S. history.
2006 was a memorable year with the unfortunate death of beloved zookeeper Steve Irwin. Despite the lows, there were definitely some highs that happened this year. Topping the Billboard charts was Crazy by Gnarls Barkley and the famous song Sexy Back by Justin Timberlake. Shows like Dexter and Friday Night Lights kept people entertained, and children's movies like Night at the Museum and Cars broke the box office. George Clooney and Ellen DeGeneres were household names, and you could always find someone walking down the street in a short skirt, wearing oversized sunglasses, or carrying a big bag. One main event that captured the world's attention was when a train bombing in Mumbai left over 200 people dead. There's also the controversial decision to downgrade Pluto from a planet to a dwarf planet.
2007 was a year of history, especially for groundbreaking music. The well-known and popular songs Irreplaceable by Beyoncé, Umbrella by Rihanna, and Sweet Escape by Gwen Stefani were all released that year. Taking over television was Pushing Daisies and 30 Rock, and movies like Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, No Country for Old Men, and 525/77 were loved by all. You were sure to see popular media figures like Jessica Biel, Johnny Depp, and teen heartthrob Zac Efron in different magazines. Common fashion trends that year were small vests, tube tops, and Sophie shorts. In sports, Roger Federer won his 5th straight Wimbledon title, and Rafael Nadal won his 3rd straight French Open title. 2007 was also the year Democrat Nancy Pelosi became the first Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives. A South Korean student also shot 32 other students and professors at Virginia Tech before killing himself. It stands as the worst mass shooting in U.S. history until 2012 and triggers a series of debates on gun control and journalism ethics.
2008 was an eventful year in politics after Barack Obama became the first African-American president. But there was much more to the year. Tracksuits and baggy boyfriend jeans were popular looks, and Viva La Vida by Coldplay and 7 Things by Miley Cyrus were blasting through the radio. Famous shows The Office came out in 2008, making millions of people laugh even nowadays. Iron Man and Twilight were popular movies, and Brad Pitt and Lance Armstrong were popular media figures. Unfortunately, at Northern Illinois University, a student killed 5 people, injured 26, and proceeded to kill himself. This event led to a greater emphasis on mental health awareness. In 2008, the devastating Hurricane Ike ripped through the Texas coast, killing 100 people and causing up to $31 billion in damage.
Gotta get that. Gotta get that. Gotta get that.
2009 is the last year in the decade, but certainly not least. Topping the music charts were songs like Boom Boom Pow by the Black Eyed Peas and Poker Face by Lady Gaga. Entertaining millions of fans were movies like Avatar, one of the highest-grossing films of all times, and the remake of a classic, Star Trek. Popular TV shows like Breaking Bad and Modern Family debuted in 2009. Beyoncé and Angelina Jolie captured the hearts of Americans, and in sports, the Yankees made history by winning their 27th World Series. Vibrant colors, Uggs, and exotic patterns were the casual look. This year, Barack Obama made history as the first African American to hold office when he was inaugurated as the 44th President of the United States. 2009 was also the year pop icon Michael Jackson died, creating the largest public mourning for an entertainer since the death of Elvis Presley.
The decade of change? Revolutionary.
The computer generations.
I guess I was born into an era with a lot of technology.
Either you change or die in life. And I think it's very important that you try to teach yourself and embrace change. As Buddha says, change is inevitable, but I think it's very, very important that people that are my age and even older, for example, I bought my mother, who's 85 years old, a computer. And I think it's very important to just move with the times.
I didn't participate in the trends of the early 2000s. It was only after like 2010 when I was like a bit older.
Yes, I wore overalls when I was little.
I always marched to a different drummer myself, so I wouldn't say I was a very trendy person. And as far as fashion, well, everything old is new again. So I just kept my closet the way it was in the 70s.